It's my pleasure to introduce the Clinical Care Coordinator for the National AIDS Program here in Antigua, Dr. Amina Goodwin Fernandez.
Good morning, everyone. Before I start, I'd like to thank Mitzi Allen for inviting me to speak to you all today. I will be giving some brief remarks about generally the HIV/AIDS epidemic in our region and the need to give the correct information re care, treatment, and prevention. So the outlook for HIV-infected persons in the 21st century is a very bright one, given the fact that potent medications are available with convenient dosing schedules, as little as 1 pill once per day, with minimal to no side effects. With the help of these medications, HIV-positive persons are now able to fulfill normal, productive lives, including getting married and, under the guidance of their physicians, having children who are HIV negative. Believe it or not, the life expectancy of a person living with HIV who follows the care recommended by their physician approaches that of a healthy person who is uninfected with HIV. In Antigua and the wider Caribbean region, voluntary counseling and testing services are available free of cost. Care and treatment of persons living with HIV, including the provision of antiretrovirals, are also available free of cost. The relatively small size of most of our islands makes the available services accessible to all individuals needing them. Unfortunately, though, persons continue to become infected with HIV, and even sadder is that persons continue to die unnecessarily. More than 30 years after the onset of the HIV epidemic, why is this happening? The cause is multifactorial. However, there's no doubt in my mind that a big reason for this is the persisting misbeliefs regarding all aspects of HIV and AIDS and the resulting fear and stigma. Let me give you a few examples of these misbeliefs. One big one is that a person living with HIV is that a person who appears to look normal, cannot be HIV infected. And that's clearly false. We generally cannot distinguish by looking at a person, at several people, who is HIV positive and who is HIV negative. Another misbelief is that people infected with HIV are highly contagious and do not belong in the regular work environment, using the same restrooms, cafeterias, etc. This as well is clearly false because people with HIV, HIV is not transmitted by regular interactions, hugging, touching, and secretions such as saliva, sweat, even urine in bathrooms are not infectious. Yet another misbelief is that the diagnosis of HIV infection is a death sentence and that the medications are only given to tide a person over until that time when they take their last breath. This is not true. As I said before, the medications are highly potent. They are without hardly any side effects, and people are able to live fulfilling lives approaching the normal person without HIV infection. So to dispel these misconceptions, HIV awareness campaigns need to be intensified. And what better way to do this than to increase the use of film to depict scenarios illustrating various aspects of HIV and AIDS prevention and treatment, as well as issues related to stigma and discrimination. I therefore applaud UNESCO on their initiative to encourage all the participants to make the most of this workshop. I will caution you, however, as you go out on your own after completing this workshop, that the field of HIV and AIDS is a very wide and rapidly changing one. You must therefore ensure at all times that the information you're presenting is accurate and up to date, okay, as misinformation can have long-lasting negative impacts on communities. New HIV infections can and must be prevented, and with the excellent outlook for persons living with HIV who are following their treatment regimens, there is absolutely no reason for a person to continue to die of AIDS-related causes. Thank you, and have a productive workshop.